This heartwarming moment made ARMY cry. What did Taehyung say to Jungkook? One hug, one expression, and millions of hearts around the world broke simultaneously. What exactly happened between Kim Taehyung and Jeon Jungkook that silenced the K-pop world and made ARMY cry silently? Was it just a farewell moment, an expression of support, or something far deeper than the public can imagine? The 21-second clip should have been just another piece in the ocean of social media content. However, when two figures as big as V and Jungkook were seen hugging each other in an unusual way, not on stage, not in a live broadcast, not for fan service content, the global reaction immediately exploded. The location was outside a military base, under tight security, without spotlights, without an official narrative, and without a script. It was precisely because of this that the moment felt most real. What shocked the public was not just the physical gesture, but their expressions. Taehyung, wearing a military uniform, seemed to be holding something back, emotions, words, or both. Meanwhile, Jungkook, in casual clothes and with a weary face, returned the hug like someone who had long carried a burden with nowhere to put it. Immediately, speculation arose. What exactly did Taehyung say to Jungkook that made him teary-eyed? According to some eyewitnesses near the location, their interaction was very quiet yet meaningful.
No loud voices, no crowds.
Only a tight hug and a short whisper that made Jungkook bow his head afterward. "Be careful inside," is the phrase claimed to have been softly uttered by Taehyung. A simple sentence, but spoken in a context that carries the weight of thousands of emotions. I know you're strong, but don't forget you're also allowed to be afraid. For two BTS members who have grown together under the world's spotlight, living under extreme pressure since their teens, the hug was not just a hug. It was a declaration. You're not alone. And for the fans, especially ARMY who have followed their journey for years, this moment was a reminder of their idol's humanity, that behind global achievements, busy schedules, and perfect images, there are two young men who still need each other to stay strong. What made it more touching was that this hug didn't happen during a stage performance or album promotion. No media was invited. There were no official cameras. Even hybe, their agency, has remained completely silent until now. This was an interaction not planned for the public, but instead exposed to the world by the chance encounter of a fan who happened to be recording from a distance. However, it was precisely its unplanned nature that gave it the highest value of honesty. A number of Korean pop culture analysts revealed that such expressions are very rare. The K-pop world is known for its disciplined image culture, where emotional interactions between group members are almost always designed with public image considerations. But this time, there was no scenario, no stage,
no choreography.
Just two friends, two human beings at a crucial point in their lives, trying to take care of each other, even with just one hug and a few simple words that I end the ARMY community. Many speculate that Jungkook was experiencing immense pressure ahead of his mandatory military service. Despite the stoic face and smiles on screen, longtime fans know that Jungkook has a tendency to bottle things up. Meanwhile, Taehyung, who served his military time earlier, is considered an older brother figure who has always silently protected Jungkook. For those who have followed them since their debut era, this is nothing new. But the intensity of their emotions this time is clearly different. More mature, heavier, and more real. Some alternative media even mentioned that this moment was not just a private hug, but a form of mental support ahead of a phase of life that cannot be postponed or negotiated: military duty. And in a world where men, especially Korean male celebrities, are pushed to always appear tough and controlled, this moment became a kind of silent rebellion against social expectations. Jungkook cried, and Taehyung let him. There were no cameras, no promotional lenses, only a real hug that shook millions of souls. However, the big question remains, what exactly happened before and after that moment? Some fanatical fans say that this is a form of final farewell before the next 2 years where communication between BTS members and the public will be much more limited. Meanwhile, others believe this is a form of reconciliation after some rumors of internal tension that had surfaced in the last year. Regardless of all these possibilities, one undeniable thing is that this moment touched the deepest layer of emotions in many people. Media critics stated that the virality of this moment is proof of how rare emotional honesty is in the modern entertainment industry. Many called the hug the most honest hug in K-pop history. Some even called it a form of nonverbal declaration of love, not in a romantic context, but as brothers, friends, and humans who understand each other's suffering unseen by the world. Until now, there has been no official clarification from the agency. Hybe remains silent. There is no statement from military representatives, no press conference, and no posts from the official accounts of both idols. Some see this as a form of respect for privacy. Others consider this a strategy to keep the public's curiosity alive. But regardless of the motive behind the silence, the public continues to interpret it in their own way. And ARMY?
They cried.
Not just because they saw their two idols hugging, but because they felt that at that moment, their own emotions were also pouring out. Fear, loss, and hope that true bonds can endure amidst extreme pressure. So, what did Taehyung say to Jungkook? We may never know for sure, but for millions of fans who witnessed it, the message has arrived. Very clearly. And that's enough to silence the world. For a moment, in a meaningful silence, I ask this an end or a new beginning.
We don't know yet.
But one thing is certain. This moment has been written in the emotional history of BTS and ARMY and will continue to be remembered not for its sensation, but for its honesty. However, amidst the wave of emotions sweeping millions of fans, an equally important question arises. Did we really witness a real event, or just visual consumption that has been designed to evoke mass emotions? In today's digital age, when viral content can be edited in seconds and narratives can be built without confirmation, are we still able to distinguish between reality and fabrication? The video of the emotional hug between Taehyung and Jungkook, which quickly spread on TikTok, Twitter, X, and YouTube Shorts, becoming trending in various countries, does not have a clear primary source. There is no metadata, no official statement, and no confirmation of the exact place or time. This makes us wonder, are we witnessing a fragment of truth or just a manipulative clip designed to manipulate our feelings? The sources of information spreading this moment mostly come from fan accounts, unofficial entertainment channels, and clips without complete context. So, why are we so quick to believe it? Is it because we thirst for emotion in a world increasingly flattened by algorithms? Or is it because we need something to believe in, even if it may not be true? If the moment is real, then we are faced with a profound reflection on how strong the emotional bond is between the BTS members and how human they are behind the image of global stars. But if the moment is fake, or at least deliberately directed, then we as consumers must ask, how much of our emotions have been exploited for clicks, likes, and trending? We are not saying that this moment is fake. We are also not saying that this moment is entirely true. What we are saying is, we must keep asking questions.
Keep digging.
Keep verifying, because if we stop asking questions, we will become mere consumers of emotions controlled by narratives. Therefore, we invite you all, fans, readers, viewers, and truth seekers, to open a space for discussion, share thoughts, and not simply swallow every piece of information as absolute truth. Be an audience that not only absorbs, but also processes. Did I, in your opinion, was the emotional hug between Taehyung and Jungkook real? Or was it a very clever and effective performance to arouse sympathy and emotional attachment? Are we witnessing the emotional reality of BTS, or just one chapter in the grand drama of the modern entertainment industry? Write your opinion. Question. Reflect. And don't stop thinking critically. Because in this fast-paced world of information, skepticism is the highest form of love for the truth. Thank you for watching, and happy discussing.